fancy language.
On After 8 this morning, we conclude our series this week on how to save your marriage. All week, we've been talking about the problems that couples have: money, infidelity, the kids. Well, today we're going to take a look at a special course on relationships that some couples have found to be very helpful in working out their problems.
Well, what's the point of not being positive? I mean, we both want it.
It's just because it's happened back and forth so many times.
I think you're being really negative here.
I'm trying not to be.
You're being negative. I mean, every time I say something positive, you're like, but, you know,
Yeah.
but.
Only because.
What's love got to do with it?
3 months ago, Chuck and Diane Fazio were married, with all the romance and celebration to go along with the happy occasion.
Things that we
This
deal
is
with.
Chuck and Diane now.
But, you know.
Tension you can cut with a knife, but not unusual for the first year of marriage. Chuck and Diane are expecting a baby, which is added pressure for the newlyweds, but they have an even bigger adjustment to make.
The biggest problem with Chuck and I is with his business. He'll make promises, and then at the very last minute, something comes up, and the majority of the time he fails to call me, give me any kind of notice.
This piece is going to be directed to 17 and 18-year-olds in that area just out of...
Chuck owns a video production company, and catering to his clients is the backbone of his business.
When it's my business, I can't tell an employer no. I'm telling a client no.
I don't know.
I may lose.
I'll probably go.
He'll call somebody else up.
When the couple tries to discuss their differences, they never seem to get anywhere.
We don't listen.
We don't, yeah.
No.
We need to listen to one another.
I don't feel one way and say something else.
So they found Pairs, a course designed by marriage and family counselor Lori Gordon.
And so when I said, don't marry for love, what we're saying is that love is a feeling, marriage is a contract, a relationship is work.
Pairs is like boot camp for couples. It teaches skills that are needed to overcome conflicts.
I resent what you said.
And then my attitude was,
If you didn't have such a bad attitude...
my attitude was by Sunday, because you were waiting for me to come up and say, we need to talk about
No,
this.
I'm sorry
Rather than
if...
you come in, and I was not going to do that, because that's what I
was
do
merely
every
taking
time.
the high road
So by
and
Sunday,
waiting for you
yes,
to drop
I had
your
an
bad
attitude towards
before we
him.
had to talk.
No, I had.
No, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
One of Lori's tools is the dialogue guide. It helps to slow
Such
down an
as
argument by allowing
talking
each
with
partner to
me.
say what's on his or her mind and then forces the other partner to listen. The person speaking follows the guide wheel, which gives the first 2 words of each sentence.
I wonder if you really care when I'm feeling bad. I suspect you're very insensitive. I believe, for me, I would have more regard for you if you were to call me and tell me you weren't feeling bad, that you were feeling bad.
Chuck can only respond by repeating what Diane has said. This confirms that he was listening.
I wonder.
I'm sorry. I forgot what you said.
Listening is not their forte, but by the end of the exercise, they begin to see eye to eye.
Okay, well, doesn't matter to me.
Louise Logan and Ken Carter are planning their marriage. It's the second marriage for each of them, and their goal is not to make the same mistake twice. Until they found Pairs, problems with communication would often come up.
I would get very vindictive. Things didn't happen the way I wanted them to happen, I just wouldn't, why talk about it?
Pairs taught them a skill called fair fight for change. Here, one of the partners states a complaint clearly and comes up with a reasonable solution, which is up for negotiation.
Ken would work 7 days a week, 24 hours a day if he could. I mean, he literally. He just doesn't stop. He feels like if he stops working, then he's done something wrong.
I need to be there every day, and the days I'm not there, something goes wrong that it takes me 2 days to straighten out when I get back, and I'd almost rather be there than do that. And that's really the mentality that I've developed.
It's sort of like if we don't do anything together, you could go away tomorrow or die. And I wouldn't have any chance to enjoy anything with you.
It would be too late.
I would just be gone. It's so short. It's so short time. People don't live forever.
Right.
If they don't enjoy anything together, what are they supposed to do?
Love to me now means sharing, it means caring, it means worrying, it means wanting to please her, not wanting to hurt her.
PAIRS stands for the Practical Application of Intimate Relationship Skills. Its founder is Lori Gordon, and she's with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How did Ken and Louise work out their problems? She seemed pretty upset there.
Well, they've gone away this weekend.
He took off?
They took off. He made a commitment to take 1 weekend a month and 1 week a year, and they've started.
And part of the key in his understanding her need to be together was understanding what her own personal background was, what her family history was.
Absolutely. Understanding her history and why it meant so much to her.
Her dad had passed away?
Her dad died when she was 16. And so much of what happens for us is that we don't want to repeat the hurts of the past, and we want to make up for what went wrong. And so she wanted to be sure that with this guy that she loves, that she has time with him, because she knows that you never know.
Yeah. Everybody we've talked to all week, and I know you're going to say the same thing, says communication is key to any relationship.
Right.
How do you do it if one person is willing to talk, as Diane was,
Right.
and then the other member of the couple is maybe less verbal?
Sure. Well, I guess that's why you saw the dialogue guide. I developed the dialogue guide because so many people don't know how to confide. And I think the heart of intimacy is confiding in your partner and having a partner who wants to know what you feel. And so the dialogue guide offers sentence stems that when you complete them and when you've gone around the guide, you have shared things that you yourself may not know was there, and definitely your partner didn't know.
Things like, I wonder, I wish,
Yeah,
I believe.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm hurt by, I worry about, I realize, I appreciate. Things that your partner hasn't heard.
But when you're talking with the person you love more than anything in the world, the last thing you want to do is say something that might be hurtful to them. So if you say, I'm hurt by the fact that you work all the time,
Sure.
that might be hurtful to him.
Well, I think what happens with that is that everything is what we call the I position. To say, I am hurt by gives him information about something that he could do something about. Whereas if you say, you hurt me, that comes out blaming. I am hurt by is a step removed and gives the other one an opportunity to listen in a more detached way.
Divorce rate in this country is around 50%. Do you think it's going to get any better?
Oh yes, I think so. I think people are really discovering how much they don't know that they can learn. And I think people are looking to not throw away the investment that they have made in their relationship.
And
Absolutely.
And if you've got two keys to a long and happy marriage, what are they for Lori Gordon?
Well, I would say, one, keep the lines of communication open. And the other is what we call bonding, which is the heart of intimacy. It's emotional and it's physical. And if you keep that bond nurtured, if you nurture the bond, then I think you will continue to enjoy each other.
Lori Gordon, thank you.